One of the front lines in eastern Ghouta. Opposition fighters say they are repelling attempts by pro-Syrian government forces to storm the besieged enclave. Rebels say they killed dozens of soldiers. The ground offensive began on Sunday, just hours after the UN Security Council agreed to a ceasefire throughout Syria. Since then, there has been no let-up in the war. The intensity of the airstrikes and the shelling appears to have dropped when compared to the relentless bombing campaign during the first week of the assault. But civilians continue to die. Those who are able to find underground shelter avoid going outside. More than 500 people have already been killed, children and women among them.
May God give me patience to face this tragedy. My children are scattered here and there. My son lost 3 kids. Such awful memories.
I am blind. I lost my house 6 days ago. I have nothing at all. I have been here for 6 days. There is no food and water. We are living in tunnels.
Chlorine gas has also reportedly been used. Activists and medics say victims suffered breathing problems.
Today we have more than 30 dead, dozens of bombardments, and launching of chemical weapons. They bombard us with chlorine, sarin, and other gases from Iran. We don't know what they are. Assad, Russia, and Khamenei don't care about UN Council decisions. They still bombard us and use chemical weapons against us.
Pro-government forces have been accused of using chemical weapons in the past, especially when they want to clear an area to allow their forces to advance. The Syrian government's backers, Iran and Russia, are using a loophole in the UN Security Council ceasefire resolution to push ahead with the military campaign. They say the truce does not cover areas which are held by what they call terrorists. In eastern Ghouta, there are 2 main rebel groups, Jaish al-Islam and Faylaq al-Rahman. They have sent representatives to Russian-sponsored talks in Astana. But there are also a few hundred Hayat Tahrir al-Sham fighters belonging to a group previously known as the Al-Qaeda-linked Al-Nusra Front. The opposition says Hayat Tahrir al-Sham fighters are ready to leave, but the pro-government alliance wants all rebel factions to surrender. There are thousands of fighters in eastern Ghouta and between 300 to 400,000 civilians, says the UN.
God be with us. Where's the ceasefire? The airstrikes haven't stopped. We've been going through this for the past week. No food, no water.
The Kremlin says the people of eastern Ghouta are being held hostage, but the fighters and their families are also the people of this Damascus suburb. Surrendering would probably mean forcible displacement to another unsafe rebel area and never returning home. Zana Khuder, Al Jazeera, Beirut.